Hello and welcome to our 2020 virtual summer campus update for our Tufts Intensive SMFA Studio Art Intensive. We're thrilled that you're joining us today to learn more about how we're transforming one of our top summer programs for high school students into a virtual campus. My name is Ariana Wilson and I'm the Director of Pre-College Programs at Tufts University's University College. As we all know, this has been a very difficult few months for all of us. And with that in mind, we wanted to take this time to show you that even though our platform must change, we're still excited to bring you the award-winning academics of Tufts University in our pre-college virtual campus this summer. I'm here with my pre-college teammates who I'll let introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Tara Pope. I'm the Marketing Director for Pre-College Programs here at Tufts, and I'm responsible for getting the word out about all of our exciting summer programs. I'm excited to be here with all of you today and ready to answer all of your questions as we dig into the Studio Art Intensive program.
Hello, my name is Karen McGuire, and I'm the Program Administrator for Pre-College Programs, specifically aiding with the SMFA program. I'm looking forward to taking you through our program today and all of the details, so I'm ready for your questions, so just keep them coming.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Biggers and I'm the Associate Director for Continuing Education at the SMFA at Tufts. In this role, I work closely with the pre-college team to support this Studio Art Intensive virtual program. So welcome everyone.
I'm Ashley Wood. I'm a program director for the SMFA Studio Art program. I graduated from SMFA in 2013 with a Master's of Fine Arts, and I've been working in education ever since. I love working with high schoolers, and I have a lot to do with writing curriculum and working with our instructors, and really excited to answer any questions you guys have about scheduling curriculum or what the program is like as a student.
Hi, I'm Janet Sartor, and I'm the administrative assistant at the SMFA. And I'm an artist myself, and I'm very excited to see you all here. So welcome.
Great. Thanks everyone for those introductions. And thank you all for being here to learn more about SMFA Studio Art Intensive. We'll begin today by giving you a brief overview of how our virtual campus will work and what program updates have been made in this transition. Then we'll take you through the program highlights as well as the exciting virtual social engagements we have planned for these sessions. In addition, we'll share details on our application process, deadlines, and policies. If you have any questions throughout the you're welcome to post them in the Q&A section of your screen, and we'll answer as many as we can during our time here. If we don't get to your question, or if you think of questions after, we can always answer by email, and you can feel free to email or call us with questions you think of.
Hey, thanks, Ariana. And as you prepare for your summer 2020 virtual campus experience with us, we want you to remember, even though our programs all need to move online this summer, you can still expect the same world-class academics that you would with any course or program at Tufts University. As well, thanks to our virtual campus and online tools, you will still be able to develop those lifelong friendships with peers from around the globe. Our faculty, staff, and pre-college team have made it our priority to transform these programs, including the same engaging content students and parents alike would expect from a Tufts program. And you can do it all from the comfort of your own home, from anywhere in the world, live on your screen.
Great. So today we're talking about our 3-week virtual Studio Art Intensive. The program will run from Monday, July 13th to Friday, July 31st, and the program is open to rising high school juniors and seniors, and students must be age 15 by the start of the program. So by rising junior, we mean sophomore going into junior, and then rising senior, we mean junior going into senior year, just to clarify. And this program is designed to help high school students and artists elevate their practice, refine their techniques, and grow their portfolios.
I would just make one note that what we mean by SMFA is the School of the Museum of Fine Arts, which is a school of Tufts and is located in the Fenway area of downtown Boston.
Thank you, Ariana, for that clarification. So I wanted to just go over some program highlights here. So in this program, students will be guided through projects in drawing and painting, sculpture, and digital media by both SMFA faculty and practicing artists. Each student will be assigned to an instructor mentor who will provide feedback on project development, critique work, and provide portfolio development advice for those considering applying to art colleges. The program is structured around live art demonstrations, student work sessions, and cultural experiences, such as virtual museum tours and artist talks to inform and inspire student projects. The group will collectively get training on writing artist statements, further polishing their collection of works. Students will then get time connecting with the SMFA admissions team to learn about preparing art portfolios for the art school application process. During this summer's virtual campus, high school students from around the globe will have the opportunity to express their creativity and develop their work. The program will conclude with a virtual final exhibition, allowing students to get exposure to what goes into an art exhibition, as well as allowing them to share their work with friends and family near and far. We also wanted to give you guys just a bit of a sample day in the life of our newly transformed Studio Art Intensive. This virtual sample schedule shows the first week of the program. So you'll see that we will start with an orientation session to make sure everyone is all set with their supplies, review any digital platforms we will all be using and getting used to, and generally getting prepared for the next few weeks to come from that start. On that first day, we'll also hear from our 3 instructors, so you'll be able to get to know them, get to know their work and their plans for the program and anything they'd like to share with you. Each Monday at the beginning of the week, you'll also wrap up with your one-on-one mentoring sessions, which will be scheduled ahead of time, so you'll have a dedicated time to be working with your mentor. The rest of the week shown here models a typical schedule, with one day dedicated to a specific medium, kicked off by demonstrations and lecture type instruction from your instructors. Participants will then have open time to work on their projects, collaborate with each other over digital chats, and get feedback and guidance from instructors. In this sample schedule, you'll also see that Friday includes more experiential sessions, such as, on this example, the Q&A with our SMFA admission staff and a talk from our wonderful SMFA librarian, all of which should enrich your work and experience. In weeks 2 and 3 include group critiques, museum and exhibit exploration, artist statement workshops, and of course the final exhibit celebration that we've mentioned.
Great, thank you, Sarah. So moving on, the undergraduate experience, as we know, would not be complete without the social aspects of college. So although this summer our socializing will be virtual, our SMFA students will still have the opportunity to get to know other pre-college students from across the country and around the world. Our teams are hard at work creating and adding virtual social activities during the day, as well as in the evenings and on weekends, for our summer 2020 pre-college students to enjoy and create lasting relationships with fellow high schoolers. So in addition to the online application, this program requires a parent permission form. So once your application is submitted, an email will be sent to the parent or guardian listed as parent or guardian 1 on your application. The email will contain a link to a form that asks for a signature granting permission. But if your parent or guardian does not receive this email or cannot find it, please reach out to us and we can make sure that this gets taken care of. And last, while it is not required, many applicants will submit images of their artwork or an art portfolio, which our team loves to review.
With respect to deadlines and policies, currently all completed applications are due by May 1st, and your course deposit will be due 10 days after you're admitted in order to reserve your seat. Um, Please remember our pre-college programs do tend to fill up fast, so the sooner you complete your application and submit your deposit, the better. For other policy questions or program details, please feel free to visit our website at precollege.tufts.edu or anytime at precollege@tufts.edu. So thanks again for joining us for this overview. Because this open house is meant for you, we're going to spend the remaining time answering your questions as well as other frequently asked questions about our program. We've been taking notes about questions that have been asked prior to the presentation and during our presentation. But if you have questions, please feel free to continue to post in our live Q&A and we'll answer them as they come in.
Great. Thanks, Ariana. So the first question I see is asking about a student being 15 and a rising sophomore. Um, is that are they able to apply? Karen or Sarah, does someone want to take that?
Sure. I think that, it is pretty, there's not much leniency with the age and, with the high school class just because of, policies surrounding our programs. We want to make sure everybody is, having a safe time and is a good time. But, we do look at things on a circumstantial basis. So if you would like to write to us and explain your situation, we can definitely look into it further for you. But we can't guarantee that there will be an exception made.
Great, thanks, Karen. Um, Someone else is asking, and Ashley, maybe you can help speak to this, or Sarah. In comparison to the in-person program, what are some of the main differences for virtual?
Yeah, I can take that. It's a great question, right? Because we're shifting to the online model. So I think in terms of our curriculum, the projects you'll be exposed to, the instructors you'll be working with, the kind of mentoring that you'll have access to, all of that is the same. And you'll have a lot of one-on-one time with each of your instructors, mentors, and even your peers in the virtual sphere as well. I guess I'd say the one main difference is you're not in a studio with other people in person, but we're working as best we can to offer that kind of space digitally, where you could log into a chat or a video call that would help you simulate that experience of being in person with your classmates and other working artists. As far as what materials you'll get to work with, the kind of projects, the lectures you'll be exposed to, all of that is really really the same, which we're pretty excited about to be able to offer to you guys still.
Great, thanks so much, Ashley. Another question that's come in is, how will we be handling art supplies and getting those to students? Ashley or Janet, is that something you
Yeah,
can?
I can take that one too. Um, so a little bit closer to the program start, our instructors will be emailing out detailed lists of suggested materials. They'll be very clear to differentiate between ones that you might want to invest in and things that you definitely need for certain projects. One of the kind of core pieces of our program is helping you guys figure out what you would, as artists, want to communicate and the medium through which you want to do that. So while they will be suggesting materials that you will need, with a list of online retailers or brick and mortar places where you could go to acquire these materials. They're also going to be excited to hear from you about that pile of pastels you've been sitting on for a while, or all the old T-shirts you've been collecting and want to figure out a way to incorporate. So it's really open in terms of the materials that you will get to work with. But as far as if there's anything specific, it'll be communicated to you. We won't be mailing anything out because we do want you guys to have a little bit more freedom on what you're choosing to work with.
Great, thanks, Ashley. Um, is there a process for connecting the students with the mentors? Is this something that is a random process or based on a type of questionnaire or any way of doing this? Ashley, could you speak to a little more of that?
Yeah, so is the question about how we group people with different mentors?
I think so, yes. If that's
Yeah,
not your
so
question, student, please let us know, but I think that's how I'm interpreting.
yeah, so we're definitely gonna take into account potentially what you have submitted as a portfolio, but we're also keeping the groups pretty diverse so that you will get to hear from and work with other students that maybe have a totally different view on art making than you do. That's all part of our belief in interdisciplinary art making to help you guys think about your ideas as well as your techniques. So I think one thing that might be considered as well is your time zone, right? So where you're located in the world, to be with a particular mentor, we might be breaking those up. But other than that, we try to keep the groups pretty diverse. But we will consider your portfolio as well if you did submit one.
Great. Um, and someone had asked a question about leveraging the museum. Ashley, I know obviously the museum is not open and this is a virtual program, but can you talk any way about how that would be incorporated into the virtual program here?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the things we get really excited about is showing our students all the local institutions, the Museum of Fine Arts, but also the Institute of Contemporary Art and some other local galleries. So we really wanted to retain this pretty cool part of the program. While we won't be able to go there in person, all of these institutions have pretty incredible archives and writing about past exhibits. So one of the projects in week two, I believe, is centered around going through these archives with your instructor. So they'll actually be um, working with pieces that are in the museum digitally to help you come up with work that's in a response to it. So you'll get kind of an exploration of what that museum has to offer in terms of the kinds of collection it has, the kind of programming around it will be sampled for you, even though you won't get to be there in person.
Great. Thanks so much, Ashley. And then another question here we have is for the teachers of this program, are any of them also professors or staff at the SMFA at the freshman level for courses or?
Yeah, so I believe two are currently instructors at SMFA. All three are alumni of the school, and I think the which classes they teach changes from year to year. But yes, we are all heavily connected with the school and or currently teaching at the school.
Great. Thank you for that. Another question that we get often is, how will the financial aid process work, and are there any changes due to the virtual campus for summer 2020? Karen, do you want to take this one?
Sure. So that's a great question, and just for a general answer, this has not changed. So we still do have a limited amount of scholarships that we distribute on a need-based, first come, first served basis. So unfortunately, we don't have merit scholarships available. It is all need-based. So in order to access this, you'll see on your once upon admittance, you'll see an admission agreement form. And in that, there will be a question asking if you'd like to be considered for financial aid. So if you do note that you're interested, a form will populate asking for a few basic questions, such as AGI and household size. But again, like with everything else, if you cannot find this form or you're having trouble finding it, please contact us and we will make sure that we get one attached to your application. But so as far as the process goes, we will award scholarships on a monthly basis. Things have been a little bit behind just due to everything and switching to virtual. So if you have been waiting for a financial aid decision, hopefully you'll be receiving one by the end of April. So we will send you an email updating you of your status of the award. And just one thing to note that once you are accepted into the program, you'll still receive automated emails telling you to submit your deposit and pay your tuition. However, if you have applied for financial aid and you're waiting to hear about the aid decision before making that deposit, that's totally fine, and your acceptance will still stand because we understand the circumstances. So that's just something to keep in mind. But again, with anything else, if you have any questions or need more clarification, please do not hesitate to email or call us.
Thanks so much, Karen. Another question that we've been asked a lot is, what type of setup will the students need at home to work on their art? Is this something you can answer, Ashley?
You will need access to a computer, number one, to be able to correspond with your instructors, your peers, and to attend lectures. In terms of what you're creating, so much is dictated by your interests and your response to projects. So you need some space. So you'll need a desk, you'll need some room to maybe get a little bit messy. Do you need an entire garage-sized studio? Absolutely not, right? We like to think about how artists respond to the circumstances in which they are creating art. So your work might be tailored a little bit to what you have available to you, which is totally fine. I would suggest having a desk or a table where you can create and have a little bit of space to get messy. But other than that, you don't need an easel per se. You don't need any kind of crazy tools. We really believe in helping people figure out how to work with what they have as kind of an underlying part of the curriculum. But you'll get more specific feedback and, sorry, guidance rather than feedback from your instructors with material lists and as the course progresses. But you shouldn't be worried about having anything too particular. A table, a desk, some space on the floor, maybe some plastic to cover up some things. But other than that, you should be great to go.
Great. Thanks so much, Ashley. Another live question that's just come in is, um, how much time will be spent with the rising seniors developing their portfolios and what they will be submitting to college for the next season?
Yeah, that's a great question, and it certainly is a focus of our work with students during pre-college. So there'll be two occasions in which you have direct contact with the admissions team. So certainly throughout, you'll be working with your mentor on to kind of look at how your projects are coming together to create a larger portfolio. In that first week, though, you're going to have an extended webinar with the admissions team to really go over what are schools looking for in a visual arts portfolio? What kind of portfolio do you want to put together? Thinking about the school or the program you're interested in, and what your individual strengths are. That's a great time to ask questions, to start to think about the time you have ahead of you in terms of when you're applying. They know a ton about the application process. They're really a wealth of information. Then through the next few weeks, you'll have time with your instructors, again with your mentors, to keep looking at your work as it progresses, thinking about how it is going to work in a larger portfolio. And then the really cool thing that we offer at the very last week is a one-on-one portfolio critique on the second to last day of the program. You'll be matched, each person individually, with a member of our School of the Museum of Fine Arts admissions team to look at your portfolio directly. So you'll have a one-on-one conversation about the work that you've made over the course of the program, or any other work that you're bringing in, because we know that you guys are artists that have been making things for probably a while. So we can talk. You can talk one-on-one with them about how things are working together, what things you might want to spend more time on, what gaps there are, what strengths there are. It's a really awesome chance to really strengthen your portfolio and think about the kind of program that you want to be in.
Thanks so much, Ashley, for that. Um, Another question that we have gotten in the past is, and I think, what types of projects will be covered by the digital media portion in this program?
Yeah, so in the past, it's kind of fluctuated with many of the projects fluctuate with the instructors. They like to think about what's going on in the world at the moment, what really cool show has been opened up at the Institute of Contemporary Art. In terms of digital media specifically, there will be a focus on animation. And then our instructor will have definitely more information about what that is, but that's usually what the focus of animation is, or sorry, of digital media is animation in different forms.
Great, thanks so much, Ashley.
And thanks again for joining us today and your interest in our Summer 2020 Studio Art Intensive at the School of Museum of Fine Arts virtual campus. We look forward to seeing you virtually soon. So thanks and have a great day.